Welcome to Pull a Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinion about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise you, we're going to give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate. And let's pull a pin already.
I really got to reach out to these people. I do not want to know why our intro keeps skipping, and it's just creating a problem for me on the backside of editing. But we'll get through that, Nate. So thanks again for coming back. Thanks again for joining us.
Always.
Thank you all out there for tuning in and following and liking and sharing, subscribing, and all the money you've sent that made us filthy rich. Yeah, still waiting.
Oh, it's filthy rich. I'd be done doing this. Thanks, guys. See you later.
I probably wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't if this would be like my pastime then. It'd be my hobby.
To make it more filthy rich.
I would just do it in a better studio. That's all. Or like some of these guys that have made instant fame on this, this YouTube Rumble platform thing. They're just like going on trips and just doing it on their phone. You ever see it? Like, hey man, I just had to do this video today. He's in a hotel in the Bahamas somewhere. Be like, I'm like, come on, dude. I appreciate it, but
that's what I do. That's exactly what I would do.
Nothing wrong with it. Like, I appreciate it. I guess you got a craving society out there that needs something. It just baffles me on where they're getting it from. Like, what is it that attracts people to certain shows? Like, why Johnny and Christine watch our show all the time? Like, what is it draws people in? You know what I mean?
Look at us, duh.
Well, I mean, I get that. I'm saying, but like I am interested in, we started this show. It's not about, as necessarily the people watching as it is about the veterans getting involved. It's more about us being able to vent and, get our stuff out. But I think that would be fascinating, really, to hear from actual veterans. Maybe, we need some feedback. Maybe we need to throw a poll out there or something and see what, people really would like to see.
Like
I don't want to
poll?
do, yeah, like a fishing pole. Yeah. I don't really want to do, too depth, of like, the VA, there's VA compensation pages that tell you how to claim stuff. I don't want to do that stuff because to me, that's boring. You know what I mean? That's really boring. And you can Google that stuff, I want it to be more entertaining, but yet realistic and relative to,
you can't Google our opinions.
Exactly. I mean, you could try, but you might even be able to guess them right now. I don't know.
You might be able to. Well, we'll try and guess on this headline.
Yeah. Well, let me tell them we're doing some headlines.
Oh.
We talk so much. Anyways, you can keep the headline up, but we're going to pull some headlines up and we're going to talk about it from our perspective as average veterans. And why is that important, Nate?
We're just average veterans. We've been around the world and we know everything.
Did I just screw that up for you?
Yeah, you did.
I thought from last episode I'd get it together, but apparently not.
It's all right. Maybe next time.
Either way, let's get to some headlines here. Taxpayers are shelling out billions for federal offices mostly sitting empty.
Which is probably a true statement. I mean, yeah, they are. But you know what? And the federal government can't sell these offices off because even the private companies are all working from home too. So they don't want to buy offices that are going to sit empty and pay rent on them too. So
yeah, commercial real estate is down. COVID, that's one of the results of COVID, that people realize that they can work from home.
Yes.
So they do.
I saw this other one where it said talking about taxpayers, and it was talking about foreign country taxpayers, and it was like, how many other countries' foreign taxpayers send money to the United States? Like our taxpayers. Exactly. Like we send money everywhere, but no one sends us money.
Right.
I was like, that's very true. No other taxpayer in other countries are paying us.
You don't have to be a genius to know that there's so much waste in the government.
Oh yeah.
But on the flip side, it gives a lot of people jobs, but it's basically welfare anyway, right? It's basically the taxpayers paying for people to have work and money and stuff. So that's the problem I have with the corruption and the abuse of government jobs. Because first of all, you should be happy that you have a job that you probably shouldn't have. It shouldn't even be needed. Because you could take your skill out to the world and find a job, or people would be like, why do we have these people? Why do we a good example I worked for was TSA. I mean, they already had security at the airports, but then the government came in and they had to triple, quadruple the size of the security and add all this extra crap and pay people more and do all the, they just ruin everything. And they're doing it all with taxpayer dollars, and they're
Well,
no
the
more effective.
security wasn't doing their job.
No, they're no more effective, dude. I told you I worked there. I mean, we failed because we couldn't find anything. But like I said, they found all the good stuff in the suitcases to take. It's sad, and that's what I think the American people see. But sometimes they don't, because they do a good job of, like, when 9/11 happened, oh, we need this, we need this. They sell it like it's a typical thing. The government breaks your leg, and then they come on and say, hey, we got this bandage you can use. Hey, look, this bandage. Like, what? So they're the ones that cause the problems, and then they come in like the heroes to solve them. And even their
Which
solutions
which
suck.
which costs more money.
Right. So it's really just a money racket, and they just keep cycling the money. They keep making problems for you so that they can be the solution. I mean, I'm not saying this doesn't happen in the civilian world, because I believe
Oh, I'm
personally,
sure it does.
I believe this is where computer viruses come from. I think programmers who are making these programs make oops, oh, that was a mistake. Let's put that aside. Oh, you mean I can hack that and then charge somebody money to fix it? Like, oh, wow, isn't this great? I can do both things at once. So I think that's, inherently people. People are just selfish and they're greedy and they want more and more and more and more, and they'll take advantage of anybody. We do have good people in the world. I'm not saying that's everybody, but I think when you ask a common person, like if I were to ask you, what percentage of the people in your life, and it doesn't have to be just the people you encounter every day, are true to their word and trustworthy?
All of them.
All of them.
That's all I surround myself with.
Well, and that would be a good thing if it was true, but I don't believe
Right.
you.
Yep. Me either.
I'm going to fact check. I'm going to fact check that live. But
all right, I just admitted to it. Me
yeah,
either.
well, I knew you were joking anyway. But
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
even ourselves, if we're realistically looking in the mirror, we do two things too, like taxes. We try not to pay the full amount of taxes. We try to find loopholes and stuff. Why would we do that? If we believe paying taxes was good, then pay all the taxes. You know what I mean? So inherently, people are going to do that stuff. So, but this is ridiculous. That people should be mad that these people. Why are they even working from home? Why are they empty? Why can't these people go back to work?
Because work-life balance. That's why they're making the people that are working for them happy.
Well, I'm all for that too. I'm all for that, because in many other countries, they only have 4-day work weeks, or they get these extended vacations. Like, I am for that. But really what you're proving is we don't even need the crap we have. If
We don't
somebody
need
can
it.
work from home and do this, then we need to get rid of these buildings. Just get rid of them.
Who's going to buy them?
Give them away. Charity. We got illegal immigrants that need a place to stay.
Who's going to pay for that? Taxpayers.
Well, we are, but
Yeah. Next headline. You just ruined that one up. You went right back to taxpayers still paying. So we did nothing with that but make taxpayers pay more for illegals.
Oh,
Next headline.
speaking-
Illegals.
speaking of
Good
illegals,
Lord.
right?
That was perfect.
VP Harris not thrilled with illegals being sent to her house.
Why not? She wants them in the country, right? I want them in the. They're not sending to people's houses, so don't send them to my house. I just want them in the country. They got to find their own housing.
It's just stupid, man. But this sums up everything. Just like was it Martha's Vineyard? It just sums up everything, dude. This is what it is. This is the people. These are the people you encounter. These are the idiot Biden supporters, the climate change people. This is all of them. And I'm not saying some of them aren't genuine. Some of these people are genuine. But anytime anybody stands up and says, we need to do this, you just ask them, are you doing it? Are you? You know what I mean? We need the rich people to pay more. Are you paying more? Like, why are you asking people to do something you're not even willing to do? Wasn't that the Army thing?
It was the same
leadership.
Thing, like New York City was the same thing. Oh, we got too many now. Now let's send them away.
Right. Because that's the thing, is because it's easy to put something on a burden on somebody else, because you're not dealing with it. You're just, oh yeah, look, you only deal with the ramifications of the people saying, oh, that was a bad thing you did, but you don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Once people have to start dealing with stuff, then their minds change. And that's why you get a lot of these issues, like even look at the gender stuff, or pick any topic right now, abortion, all the stuff that's so controversial. I guarantee you most of the people on any side of the argument aren't even dealing with it. You know what I mean? They're like not
at all. Yeah.
it's just crazy. It's like when it comes into your life, then you're like, holy cow! Like people, that's when people wake up, right? So we've seen it. That's what I said. We've worked for the government. We've been in the government. We see the nonsense that goes on. We see the stuff that we overpay for, the garbage we get for it. We see the standards. We see all this stuff, and I'm just tired of people. Even look, I'll even go on a limb say it. I don't like when people push religion on people and they're not living good lives. You know what I
True.
mean? Don't do that crap either. Let's be fair. I probably do some of this too. I'm probably a hypocrite right now for saying it. So I have to have grace for these people. But at some point, we have to all reflect or have someone in our life to help us reflect. You know what I mean? Like Nate, you can easily say, "Hey Jim, didn't you do that too?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm such an idiot." You know what I mean? But in the end, I'm at least aware of it. I'm not
Right. Yeah.
pretending that I'm righteous for because
And you
I'm
hope
self
if you
righteous.
get called out on it, hopefully you take responsibility for it, unlike
Yeah, because
trying to
like
deflect and
right, like I don't I don't do a lot of things that I think people shouldn't do, but then I do things I shouldn't be doing, and so it'd be hypocritical for me. And that's all these people are. Harris, no different. I mean, she should be excited to have illegals in her house. You know what I mean?
what about Biden?
Oh well, this is funny too. So Biden's oh my gosh,
Those light bulbs.
incandescent light bulb ban takes effect.
So the White House has no incandescent light bulbs, right? No government buildings have any incandescent light bulbs, right? Because
So
that's where I need to start. If you want to do it, you need to start where you're doing it.
well, right. It's just like the climate change stuff. It's like all that stuff. You know what I mean? Jim Carrey's. You saw him or Jim Carrey, John Kerry up in the thing. I guess his wife owns the jet, not him, and he's like, "Oh, I don't own a jet. No, I don't." Yeah, these people they're hypocrites, and they're just blatantly obvious hypocrites. Like own it when you caught.
Well, then if you're for it, but your wife owns it, then you're not really for it because your family member has one already.
That's what I'm saying. And what it is, they'll just justify their way around. It's like anything else. It's like the Trump derangement syndrome. Oh well, Trump is the most corrupt. They just find a way to justify it, and it's in the end they don't think they're wrong anyway. So we're never going to get anywhere. So it is what it
Just
is.
just like this headline, not going to get anywhere. All right, bye.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is right, but still, the headline is funny because people will probably say, "Oh, you're crazy," just like the gas stove thing.
Yeah.
Remember the gas stove? Oh, you're not coming after your stoves. Guess what? They came after your stoves. Guys, stop believing what the government tells you. Question everything. All right, but this one. New CDC director says COVID vax will likely be pushed annually, similar to the flu. Flu shot, sorry. I forgot the last word.
It'll probably be pushed annually like the flu is. You're right. It probably will be pushed out annually. So make sure the virus, not the vaccine.
Well, yeah.
Push it annually who?
Well, it's not a surprise at first, right? You knew this was going to happen. But my question is, why are there still people out there that think this is effective? Like,
People don't
let
get the
them
flu shot.
finish.
People don't get the flu shot every year. So I mean, what's
Well, people do, but at least they admit the flu shot is maybe 5 to 10% effective if they guess the strand right.
exactly?
I mean, they admit that. So you get the flu because it's a level of protection and it doesn't harm you to get the flu shot. I mean, some people do get the flu when they get it, if it's live virus or whatever, but you know what I mean? There are some risk, but they're not overwhelmingly like this COVID shot's turning out to be. So let's just do some more study. Let's do what we should have done in the beginning. Stop pushing this crap on people because it doesn't seem like there's a whole ton of paranoid COVID people out there, although people are still getting the virus. But let's slow down here. Let's stop pushing this crap out, fix it right, and then maybe we'll have a vaccine that actually works and people will be more trustworthy. But nope.
Yeah, the government mandates these things. Like right now, the COVID vaccine's still free right now.
I don't
Like
know. I haven't.
like the flu shot should be free.
Right. Anytime it's mandated. But even that goes the same thing. Anytime you're spending taxpayer dollars, if you're paying Johnson and Johnson taxpayer dollars, there shouldn't be allowed to turn around and sell that.
Exactly. Yeah.
How are they double dipping off of us? These people are getting filthy rich. I know how they're double dipping because these politicians and bureaucrats in the government used to work for them or
And they
will
write the
work for them at
and
one
they write
point.
the and they write the laws.
Right. and then they have stock in them, and it's one big boys
Oh.
club up there. It's just ridiculous, and I don't know why people don't understand that.
I've
Like, I'll
never
watch
heard you say
videos.
that before.
What's that?
That's a big boys club up there.
Well, I mean, that's why I get so angry when I watch these stupid videos about people. I saw a video today. Some black guy was talking about white people shouldn't exist and killing all your rage is at the wrong people. It's the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Even take it to the flip side. If you could run into racist or old school Southern people that don't like your rage is at the wrong people. Now, don't get me wrong. These people that do things should be held accountable for their actions. But let's be real, dude. Wake the hell up. You got white people right here that are trying to fight against this corruption, and you're just going to bundle everybody into one little group because you're mad? And you're wasting time being mad at people who have nothing to do with it? These politicians, these corrupt bureaucrats, it's not even just the politicians, it's the people behind the scene. Remember that waste of government we talked about?
These shows might be triggers for you. You might need to.
Well, at least I'm more awake than last time. Yeah,
Yeah, true.
but I don't know. It's just like it saddens me because I understand there's more stupid people in the world because stupid people are breeding faster, right? I get that, but I just don't understand how you could be so stupid to be mad at your neighbor when you're being taken advantage of by people controlling you your entire life. Like, that's who you should be mad at. Not even your parents are doing their damn best to try to raise you in a crazy world. Maybe they screwed up, but if you don't control your life, somebody else will. And if you want to be mad at people because you don't have any control, be mad at the people controlling you.
That somebody else is going to be the government.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not going to let you control this episode anymore. So.
All right, I'll get off this one. All right, Nate. Thanks.
I just pulled your soapbox. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Well, once I pulled the pin, it's over. You can't just put it back in,
Well, not if you didn't release it, we're still good. We're still good.
Yeah. Oh, why I got the grenade still? Where'd the pin go? So yeah. Anyways, thanks, Nate, for showing up. Thanks for keeping these shows flowing there. Thank you all for tuning in. Johnny, Christine, appreciate you as usual. You're going to get shout outs until more people show up. Even then, we'll try to keep your OG status. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, share, comment. If you're a vet, get involved. If you're not a vet, get involved. Whatever, send us your money. Until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.